What's up, you lot? I know today's a Road to Glory video, but I wanted to focus on the ESL and sharing my opinions on the whole controversial matter that's happened in the last couple of weeks. So what you're going to see is just game highlights of some of the games I played for this weekend's Foot Champions. But if you want to see the result of the first 10 games that I've played, you'll see it at the end of this video. But like I said, today I'm just going to be sharing my thoughts of the ESL. I didn't cover the news as it happened. I just wanted to wait and see where this story will go. I wanted to wait until things settle down, and then we will unpack everything that's happened and we'll go from there. So for those of you who don't know, what is the ESL and why am I talking about it right now? The ESL, which stands for European Super League, is a league competition comprised of the best teams in Europe in a league format scenario. So imagine teams from England, Spain, Germany, France, Italy competing against each other, battling it out to see who really is the best when you're facing literally the best in the continent. I'm not gonna lie, that idea is kind of intriguing. As a FIFA gamer, I know at some point in the last few years of playing FIFA that I went into career mode and put all the best teams in Europe into one league, and I wanted to see in a simulated fashion who would be the best out of the best. So essentially that's what this European Super League is, right? So the reason why I'm talking about this European Super League idea is because, well, if you haven't heard, very recently, I guess 2 weeks ago, out of nowhere, the European Super League has been formed, with 12 football clubs announcing themselves as founding members of this league. And because of this announcement, it caused a huge uproar in the footballing world. Let me tell you why the Super League has gotten such a negative reaction and why it never probably won't happen as it was going to happen. So let me explain the format. So there's 12 founding members, 3 more are yet to be announced, so there's a total of 15 founding members, and then 5 guest teams were going to be invited to participate in the Super League. So meaning that there's 20 teams in total. So these 20 teams will then be split into 2 groups of 10, compete against each other, and then the top teams from these 2 groups will then compete in a playoff formatted knockout stage, very similar to the MLS or NBA, if you will. So essentially it's an American style format competition. So here's the bad thing. So the 15 founding members can never get relegated from this Super League. If any of these teams go dead last in their respective groups, then it's all good. They don't get relegated. So essentially making no consequence for being the worst team in the league, which is bad for competition because it essentially removes the stakes out of the game. So Arsenal, for example, a participant and a founding member of this league, will have nothing to lose if they become dead last. Meaning, what's the point? Where are the stakes? Why should Arsenal try to win every game if it means they don't have any consequences if they are at the bottom of their respective group or league? There will be a lack of motivation to win. So that's one major flaw of the Super League. Another major problem with this Super League is that because of UEFA and FIFA not approving of this league as well, they have essentially said that any team that is participating in the Super League will be excluded, expelled from their domestic league. So Arsenal, for example, will not be in the Premier League anymore. They will not be allowed to participate in UEFA's Champions League or Europa League. Not that it really matters with Arsenal anyway, which essentially leaves Arsenal with nothing to compete for except playing in the Super League, which, as I said, has no stakes, no consequences. And what makes this worse is that FIFA have banned any players participating in the Super League from playing for their country. So no World Cup, no European Championship, So basically, this Super League was gonna break football as we know it. And what makes this even more controversial is just the fact that it's been enforced. This is being forced upon everybody, this Super League. This wasn't even by UEFA, this wasn't by FIFA, this wasn't by anybody else other than the owners of these 12 clubs. This is obviously a business decision and has zero intentions of implementing or keeping the traditional footballing competitive element of the game, and it's quite sad. It is quite sad to see, and for Arsenal being a part of it makes me really sad as an Arsenal fan. I mean, Mikel Arteta, the Arsenal manager, didn't even know, the players didn't even know, so it's kind of mad, this one, I'm not gonna lie. Luckily though, 10 of the 12 founding clubs have pulled out of this competition ever since the negative reaction. But the reason why I say pulled out is because these 12 clubs have apparently committed to these Super Leagues and have signed binding contracts or whatever it may be. So although Arsenal, for example, have pulled out, it's not over yet. It's not dead in the water. I mean, the sad reality is that these billionaires have the influence, have the power to force their agendas, force their, I don't know, their plans. So I reckon this isn't over, and it makes me really scared for football in the future, if I'm being honest. However, I am a fan of the news that has come across Arsenal this week. Daniel Ek, the CEO, the founder of Spotify, worth billions, is looking to buy Arsenal from the Kroenkes. Initially, I'm happy because he said he's an Arsenal fan, and as a fan, he has the best interests for the club as a whole compared to the Kroenkes, who they couldn't care less about the Arsenal fan base or Arsenal in general. Unfortunately, I doubt this is going to happen because from the Kroenke standpoint, Arsenal is a gold mine. Do I think Daniel Ek from Spotify has enough influence, enough funds, enough power to persuade the Kroenkes to sell Arsenal? At this moment, no, I don't think so. I remain hopeful, but I don't know, we'll see. This is going to be a long battle to get the Kroenkes to sell, because at this point, after what Kroenke and the other owners have just done to try and shake up the footballing world in their own greedy way, they've essentially lost our trust as fans. So hopefully that'll be enough for them to at least consider selling, but I don't know, we'll see. So to summarize, I guess, although I'm intrigued by the idea of all the best teams in Europe competing against each other in a league format, I do not agree with the way that this European Super League is being formed, the way that it's being enforced, and Arsenal wouldn't be the same to watch anymore. I mean, it's sad enough that we're playing so badly recently, but if we're going to be participating in a competition where I feel Arsenal don't deserve to be in, it doesn't make it like worthwhile to watch. Why are we participating in a league we don't deserve to be in the first place anyway? Are other European teams more deserving to be considered for to be in a competition like this? But for Arsenal to be in it, for Tottenham to be in it as well, come on, man. Okay, I think that about wraps up my overall thoughts on the whole ESL matter. Please let me know your thoughts in the comments below. I'd love to have a discussion with you about this. And with all that being said, let's finish the video with the first 10 games of Foot Champions that I played today. I got 6 out of 10 wins. Not the greatest start, but tomorrow we'll be back to a regular Road to Glory video to see how we do this weekend, especially with Team of the Season out right now. If you enjoyed this video, let me know by liking the video and letting me know in the comments below if you want me to do more videos like this where I discuss certain footballing topics or any other topic in general. But yeah, I mainly post FIFA and Warzone content, so if you're into that, consider subscribing. My name is Nigel, guys. Thank you so much for hearing me out, listening to what I got to say on the ESL meta, and back to normal Road to Glory energy tomorrow. So thank you guys so much for watching. I'm out for now, but I'll see you very soon in tomorrow's video. But until then, I am out. Thank you and peace out.